Right now, I'm with a student, also a fellow peer, and also I'd like to say my friend that I have known since Lafayette, also back in high school days, about 3 years now. Uh, and his name is Nico Juarez. And why don't you say hi to the people one time for the one time?
Hi, my name is Nico Juarez. I'm an Indigenous student here at OU. Friends with Darius. I've known him for quite a while. Uh, Big fan of Darius. He's going to do big things.
And so is Nico Juarez. But today, right now, currently, we are asking questions for this actual project that we're doing for Dr. Kim in this English class called entitled Indians Will and Water. And basically, I'd like to ask a question about specifically right now, we see moments of resistance happening at what we like to classify as Standing Rock. So I guess one of the first questions I would like to ask you is why stand with Standing Rock?
Sure, well, I think there's a variety of reasons, but I'll name like I think the two biggest ones are. So first off, obviously, right, water is life. So the type of environmental destruction that's ongoing in the status quo is something that affects everyone, right? One of the things that's like most disturbing to me, right, is like the oranges that people buy, like Kate, right, or like they use fracking runoff water to do it, right? So like there's no real distinction between our bodies and water, right? We're constantly the water that we take in, and whether it's clean or not is going to affect us. All pipelines always break. There's been a massive amount of spills or leakages in the last 50 years throughout a lot of waterways, and the fact that Standing Rock is going to the Missouri River, which goes into the Mississippi River, is like a huge deal because it means it's going to affect close to somewhere I think it's like over 50% of the nation's drinking water, and so it's a really big you know place to be, and I think it's something that matters because the way that we treat the environment ultimately comes back to affect our bodies. Secondly, I think that we should be standing with Standing Rock because of the way that it's kind of our obligation to realize that we kind of stand on land that has been colonized and harmed and destroyed over the last couple hundred years, and we should be aligning ourselves with these type of indigenous movements that are working to kind of decolonize the land and kind of ensure that the type of violence that's done to the lands, things like demarcating it into property or kind of the dead zones that have been created by like environmental destruction, or even just the way that we've destroyed like air that's okay to breathe, are things that align themselves with indigenous values, and we should be aligning ourselves with indigenous people's ability to kind of assert themselves as people who deserve to be here, whose lives matter.
Okay, earlier, I guess to even talk, just to try to get you extend before, you mentioned this idea that water is life. Could I get you to, I guess, further elaborate on that claim? Because that is a big and bold claim about the idea that water